Yes, this is not a drill. I'm back, baby. Sorry, I've been gone for so long. I don't know what's been going on. My schedule's just been but I'm back. Right? You know, the new king is back. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Of course, let's get straight into this video. Of course, this is going to be more of a recap video because I haven't been in a long time and I know probably got some new viewers. So I got to recap y'all. Alright? The takeover starts now. 7-3 for the win. It was more going to be like a recap. This is good for me because I need a recap, and also is good for you guys because, of course, I don't know if you guys maybe new watchers coming in and coming in, but you know, I need to let you guys know what's up in my hand. Well, of course, just to let you know what this series is. This series is about script writing. The plan for all of this is to have the first ever TV show, yeah, because we're gonna do TV show to win an Oscar or a Grammy or a Bet Sword, whatever it is. What are you talking to me? This is a collective, this is a collaboration. This is not just you guys watching me make a script. This is you guys also helping me along the way. Okay? So if you don't remember what happened in the video, go back and watch the other videos. If you don't watch the other videos, then you know. Because if you didn't know, then I know, because I was rapping aside, we know what I know again. Of course, now we're here, of course, just to, you know, go through a quick step. Yes, squarish. You're probably thinking, what's squarish, what's Lenging ass, what's squigglish, and what's TV shoe? It's just a spelling mistake, okay? Squigglish is the title of the movie. Squigglish is a type of people. Squigglish, so basically the race of Squigglish is the base of the main character. The main character's name is Squarius. Squigglish. I know it's a crazy name, but imagine someone saying for the Oscar of 2020, whenever this movie comes out, it could be 2030. Squigglish. No! 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 This movie focuses on a little girl, right? Who, whoa, that sound is so weird. Pause. But yeah, this focuses on a little girl who her whole race was destroyed, decimated, vanquished right in her eyes. And this basically shaped her into who she is today, where she's almost an assassin, super able person. The whole theme of this movie is to be like sci-fi hitman, like Mission Impossible, connecting two worlds that it's almost like people are like afraid of connecting, right? So of course, and we're gonna abolish all of the normalities you're gonna see in shows. This TV show, we're really gonna get into depth on why she is who she is, right? Of course, that said, that of course she's gonna, like, her whole race gonna be decimated at the start. Don't worry, we're gonna pace through these. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched Lost, right? But in Lost, they really focus at two timelines at one point, which almost makes you confused but engaged at the same point. This is kind of on the mesh, the kind of that aroma that I want to bring back to #1 media, but #1 to utilize it in my TV show in my own way. This is how the first scene is going to commence. That's going to give you this eerie feeling of what's going on, right? And he's going to walk in, he's just going to say, "Who are you?" I just doesn't know what this random guy is talking about. He's like, "Bro, get your ass on." Oh, who is you? Like other stories with hybrids, where the hybrid, like the part they're hybrid with, is what makes them so strong. This is going to be a turn event. Squigglish are a very weak race. That's how they were so easily killed by the villainous group, which is here. The protagonist group is a family of hitmen, and it's a family that is rich with anger and strength in an organization they made together, but they have a missing child. So now you see that their avenue, their point, their reason of evil, right? But then if we scroll down again, the Squigglish have powers. I'm cooking, ain't I? Yeah, I forgot to add the human race is strong. So the human race is the strong side. So it's flipping the narrative. But yeah, so these were just things that we were drafting up on the last video on what power she have. We abolished super speed. Super speed is too much. It's too much. It won't be good on the live action. It won't really be good for plot holes and all that stuff. Lying. What? Prediction and foresight. We're going with prediction and foresight. I think that those are really two good powers that don't necessarily need any physical strength, and at first it can abort for plot holes. But the really beautiful thing with how much it can bring up plot holes is that we can abolish it. Naturally, if you watch the last video, then you know what more I'm talking about. But just to give you an overview on what I mean, foresight and prediction, we're going to use it in this way, and I'm going to tell you. Let me clue you in. So of course you're probably thinking, if they could foresee the absolute decimation of their race. Why would they just avoid it? And with prediction, of course, they could have predicted what's the likeness of them and getting away. That is true, but let me hold you here. That's what I love. That's what I'm trying to get with using such a complex power like this, because it brings up a plot hole that I can abolish. That's almost like a plot twist, right? And that plot twist is that they did foresee it. And of course, this race is a dying race, and they were so fortunate, they were so lucky that they were able to, you know, mate with a human and make this like this super breed. And through this foreseeing and also having the prediction mixed into it, they saw that, okay, if they just ran away and you know scared away, that the actual prediction of them even that being successful is like 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 chance. And even if they were successful, they were still going to die in a race, because naturally they were weak. Naturally they are prey. Even though their powers are so valuable, they're still prey because of how weak they are. All they've got is a valuable power. That's all they got. But with this new child, this new breath of fresh air, this new savior that can, you know, rejuvenate this race to like millions upon millions, that if they gave up their life for this child, each and every of the 100,000 squigglies that exist, that, you know, this child has like a 4 in 10 chance of bringing salvation to their great empire. So of course we're gonna go with that, but boom, now we have to come over here. Then we need to talk about the characters we have so far. So of course we have that random man at the start of the show, no name, no personality, no nothing, no background. Then of course we got Squiggless, the MC, and she is a part of a group of 3. Yes, this is the only typical thing, because I know the groups is always two girls and 1 boy, or it's always 2 and 1. It's never 3. It's normally 2 and 1. Name is Bartholomew, and then another supporting female lead, which her name is going to be Jessie. These 2, they're not going to be normal side characters. Normal side characters that are just there to feed into the main character's personality. No, I hate that. Or it's not going to be a romance, because of course I hate when they do male and female leads and then they just have to have a relationship. I hate it. Why can't they just be friends? It's more interesting. So yes, as you can see right there, Bartholomew, the main lead, he's gonna have a really important cinematography. Cinematography is really gonna make him as a character. The camera work is really gonna show so much personality in him, because as it says right here, the base of his character is that he has no family, of no mother, and cannot physically talk about his trauma. You'll probably think, what does that sentence mean? Oh my gosh, 7-3, you can't speak English. I know, I can't speak it, and I barely can type it, and don't even ask me to read. But yes, so basically he's gonna have no family. He has no siblings, he has no parents, he doesn't even have any like cousins, and no mother. You'll probably think, how can he be a mother? He is a man that was born of no mother. And don't worry, it's not blasphemy. Don't worry, he's not going to be Jesus. He's not going to be a savior. That is not the way we're going. This is not, there is no God in this play of this movie other than the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So do not worry. But it's going to be more of like a test tube thing, or more like he was more like a project, or more like he's like a weapon.
This was the no-brainer. This was the banker. This was the one that couldn't fail. This was one that's never failed.
And lastly, Jessie, also, she is the missing child. She is the missing child of this group, of this villainous group that is basically the main villains of the story. But with Jessie, she's just a weird character. She's like a dunce, but not like a dunce in like a funny way, but a dunce in a scary way. Because like honestly, there's nothing between those eyes. Right, but if you know Jessie, she's a really big character. You're probably thinking, what is this big word? This is our first bit of lingo. Okay, this shows you a real 7-3 fan. This shows you a real uncle and aunt. That basically means a very attractive woman. So that's what Jessie's gonna be.
I know what's going on, and so do I.
You're probably thinking, you see Langdon Rice, that means beautiful woman, an outstanding woman, that I mean that I want like a Megan Fox ability. No. I basically mean that this is going to be like she, in her way, she really focuses on like the society standards. So she wears all the makeup, as it says, makeup, dress, hair done, walk weirdly, fancy bag. Like she's so focused on fashion. She's so focused on like being beautiful in a way that you can tell is her vice. You can tell it's like her ugly side, but that she's marching up with makeup. You can tell something's so wrong with her, that she's broken from the inside, that she's using makeup just to piece it together. You know, I really want to use Jessie as a character to really focus on the struggles of females in this society that's not really shown.
'Frowning friends, of course. It's genius. Why didn't I think of that?
But yes, that is it for the video. I'm so sorry guys up here. I know if you've been following the whole series, you probably feel like, oh, this is a bit of a filler episode. I'm sorry, but it has been a week, so you never know. You might have forgot something and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. That's a good idea. And if you're watching this video, let me know in the comments your thoughts. Anything you want to add to the story. If you want to be really involved in the story, join my Discord, and there's a whole script writing like channel and server that you can get involved. We can talk, you can collab, we can even come on video. Oh yeah. But anyway, I love you guys so much, and road to Oscar, baby. Don't forget to subscribe, hand a like, and don't forget your kiss. You're going too far, mama. Mwah.